And now for something entirely new. Well, not new to me, but new to you. Traditionally, I've kept my channel mostly on like the Milsim Light, FPS kind of games that I play, but actually I've been a long time WoW player for a very long time now. I play a lot of MMOs to be honest. I think I put up like a Guild Wars video a while back that was kind of whatever. Anyway, moral of the story is it is pre-patch in World of Warcraft. We're getting ready for the War Within expansion. It's going to be awesome, I hope. Usually expansion launches are pretty cool, but this one actually looks like it's going to be pretty slow. But the reason why I actually wanted to make this video is because this Radiant Echoes event that they've got going on right now fucking sucks, in my opinion. And the thing is, I think the part that actually kind of annoys me about it is I know it's going to get better. So, for those of you who don't know, Prepatch is usually a point in time in World of Warcraft where they run events that are great for catching up alts, for, like, leveling right now is really good. Whether you want to do it through the MOP event, or you want to do it in the main game, in both cases, it's pretty quick and easy. Like, leveling my, like, level 60 alts, I think I did, like, 2 of them in one evening. Not even, like, one night or, like, one day, just one evening. So I think I went from, like, 63 to 66 in, like, one dungeon, and then from 66 to 70, each level was, like, a dungeon. And they go very fast. Like, normal leveling, dungeons are a joke. Likewise, you can just go into the MOP remix, and you can level in, what, like 2-3 hours? Something like that. So, the leveling experience for an alt right now is really good. Arguably, it's the best it's ever been. But I haven't really sat down and leveled characters in a long time. Like, I've done one in MOP, and I've done, like, the last 10 levels on some of my Shadowlands characters, but you get the idea. The thing is, Radiant Echoes is not about leveling. I mean, theoretically you could go and do them in level. That's kind of how, like, the Primal Storms were going in the pre-patch for Dragonflight. But really, when I look at these events, I look at them as a way to expediently gear up alts to a point where I can start engaging in some of the other content. And I think that they've done a very poor job of that this time. And it's not because the eye level of the equipment that you get is bad. It's because a combination of the resource gain speed and the prices associated with them are brutal. Just absolutely brutal. But, like I said, it's going to get better. So, what's the crux of the issue? How does the event work? So, basically, right now, the way that the event works is you go to a zone, each zone is on an hour-and-a-half rotation, and the different things that you kill within a zone will give you different amounts of this resource. And I don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but it's like a normal mob is like 1 to 3, it's a little bit more for, like, an elite. You get more from the sub-bosses. The big area boss gives you like 500, and there's a quest associated with it for each zone. And you can repeat that quest every so often, but it's like a once a day or like once a week kind of thing. So the quest itself gives you like 1500, which is nice. The cheapest things in the store cost 2000, so you know, you run one zone one day and you can get one of the cheap things. They go up to 9,000 though, so get fucked if you're a Fury Warrior, because the two-handed weapon is like 9,000. Now, there is the benefit that you can get random drops, so you don't have to buy every slot if you get lucky and things drop for you. I haven't done it enough to be able to really judge what the drop rate is. It seems like some of the smaller bosses, when you're building up to the main boss in the like initial event phase, when you have to do the 6 memories, it seems like they drop pieces more often than the normal mobs, and obviously the like big area one will give you like a little cache that you can open and will give you like an item. I think like the cache gives you an item, and I think you get an item just for killing it, but don't quote me on that, I might be wrong. I've only done it a couple times. So the crux of the issue there that's going to get better is this hour and a half rotation. So right now, an hour and a half goes by, it ticks over to the new zone, you go there, and in the course of 10 minutes, you do the entire event, right? Like, you go in, you kill the big blob, you go, you kill the 6 memories, you go, you kill the big boss, and now for the next hour and 20 minutes, the zone is basically on cooldown. And so, there are trash mobs all over the place that you can go and kill, but they give you like 1 to 3. And you need like 5,000 to get like a chest piece or like legs or something. And that kind of sucks. Like that really sucks. Now, don't get me wrong, it's going to go down to an hour next week, and I think on the 13th it's going to go down to 30 minutes. And the thing is, if right now it was rotating every 30 minutes, I think this would be a perfectly okay event. Because you'd basically tick over to the new zone, 10 minutes of doing the event, and then you'd have 20 minutes of cooldown where you can either go and do other shit around the world, or you can go and farm some of the mobs until it ticks over. And then it wouldn't feel so bad if you took like a brand new alt that just capped and just hit 70 and you wanted to get them geared up so that you can go and start doing cool shit. Now, I also recognize that this might be a side effect of my perspective. Like, I do some raiding these days. I used to Mythic raid, and I do Mythic Plus, right? So, for somebody like me, gear is more like a prerequisite where it just checks a box. I don't really care that much about the gear itself. I just need enough that I can go and start doing the kinds of content that I enjoy doing. But I also recognize that in World of Warcraft, not everybody's like that. For some people, the experience of gearing is the content, or they just do open world content, or they don't do particularly hard content, so gearing doesn't matter as much, but like the process is something that they enjoy. So I recognize that I probably have a unique perspective, or maybe not unique, but I'm probably more in the niche. But for somebody like me, it's much more beneficial at this point for me to just cap, get whatever the like most accessible gear is, and just go straight into a normal raid. Because there's enough people that are geared right now that if you go into a normal raid, you're not going to get everything that drops for your armor type. You might not even get half of the stuff that drops for your armor type, because there are a lot of people trying to gear right now, but like there's a lot of geared characters that are doing these raids, and it just feels like it's faster to go into all 3 of the normal raids, because you can do them each in like an hour, hour and a half. So like, if you've got an open afternoon or an evening or whatever, you can sit down and you can do all 3 of the raids on normal very comfortably. And like, there's a dungeon event going on right now. You can just go and do Mythic Zeros right now, and there's an extra piece that's going to drop at the end of every dungeon. So like, it just does not feel beneficial to go and do this event that you have a small 10-minute window to be there when it ticks over to the new zone, so you better hope you're not busy when it ticks over, or you just missed it. I don't know. I think this is super scuffed. I'm thinking back to like the way the Legion pre-event worked, and the BFA event worked, and like the Shadowlands event worked, and I just feel like there have been better implementations of the similar style of event for recent expansions. Like, I liked that with Shadowlands specifically, you could just go to Northrend, and you just flew around and killed rares and fought in like little battles all over the place. And it was something that you could drop in or out of basically whenever you wanted to. And with like the Primal Storms, it was pretty much the same thing going into this expansion that we're in right now, where all you had to do was go somewhere where it was going on, and it was going on and you could just be part of it. But with this, you have less than 10% of the active time in the zone to go and actually do the event, or you miss it, and the overwhelming weight of the rewards are tied to that event that's done in like 10 minutes. So either the solution is to extend the initial build-up phases so that they take longer, so that the mobs in the zone drop more shit, because, you know, in Phase 2 they drop more than in Phase 1, or I guess they could just up the amount of shit that the trash mobs drop after the event's over, but I feel like that'd be kind of boring. Like I said in the beginning, my ideal solution is that they just skip this bullshit in this week, and they skip the bullshit next week, and they just go straight to the 30-minute cooldown on the zones. Because at least then, somebody who has limited time can just jump in and do the event. Because, like, waiting 20 minutes isn't so bad if you miss it. But waiting an hour and 20 minutes, that's, like, prohibitive. So, I don't know. Like I said, in my experience, it feels way more beneficial to just go and do, like, the normal raid, even if you're super undergeared. Some of the classes right now are absolutely blasting. Some of them aren't so much. Like, traditionally, I play a Warlock as a main, and, I play, like, a Demon Hunter and a Paladin alt. Sometimes I switch those up, but, like, my Paladin alt is absolutely slapping right now. Like, it's probably 20 eye levels under my Warlock, and even when it didn't have a tier set at all, like, not even a 2 set, it was damn near doing the numbers that my Warlock was doing, which is insane to me. I know that my Warlock will, like, get cleaned up once I get into the next expansion and get the hero talents and actually optimize its stats and whatnot. But being a Warlock right now feels so fucking scuffed. But being a Paladin, like, damn, absolute slap. Just kill everything. I love it. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys are enjoying the event. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. I think they kind of scuffed this one, and I kind of hope that they do something to fix it. As far as I can tell, they aren't yet. So, I guess it is what it is. But, I'll probably fuck with it in a week or two. Like, it's not like I really need to do that much in this event, so I can wait the 2 weeks. I can just do other shit. I just kind of wanted to get some of my alts up and running so that I could take them into Mythic Plus, and so that I could take them into, like, the raid and just fuck with them for a little bit, because, you know, it's something different to do. I like doing different things. But as per usual, get out there, kick ass, take names, and win your games.